Hey, it's Dan here from Strong Collective. Let me show you in this video how you can create a quiz or an assessment super quick, really easy, and then get that out to your audiences to start gathering leads, gathering data, so that you can use that for whatever you want to do that for, right? We've been using quizzes and assessments for the last nearly 5 years, and in some form or another within the business and also outside for lead generation. We also have developed these and built these with the coaches who work with us, and they are an incredible tool for generating leads but also capturing data. So for me, the whole thing about a lead magnet, it needs to be something that someone arguably wants to get some value from. They're going to at least get something from that they can use or take note of straight away. So if we think about a typical lead magnet as like an ebook or something, or a recipe book, God forbid, they are going to get these things and then probably not even look at them. Or if they do, they're never going to look at them properly. Whereas if we create something that gives them something that either diagnoses or prescribes at the end of it, you have more opportunity, but also they feel that they've got loads more from it. So what I wanted to do is to spend a few moments going through this to show you how easy it is to set up, and the software that we use to do this, so that you can have an idea of it yourself, and then go from there. So the things that we do here, we use a software called Scoreapp. Now this is Scoreapp here. Now Scoreapp itself is, again, it's fairly, it's been around for a few years now. We were using it from its beta test days, and in here you can create a scorecard, right? So when you go into it, you can go into here and it's got a load of different templates. So you can go in and you can see that it's got health, well-being, business, finance, all topics you can go into, or you can do a type of scorecard as well. We can go into it. So it gives you so many options already that you can go in and use and just create on there. Or something that we can do now is just go into create scorecard, and we can use AI to create this scorecard. So AI will then ask a series of questions, and it will then go away and create the scorecard for you. And then you can then go in and edit, change the design, tweak any of the questions or how you want it to be positioned. And that is like an incredible process. So it's really, really simple to do. So you can start from scratch as well, but these here, you can pick a template and just build from that. Or like I say, use the artificial intelligence to create this for you. Now what I wanted to show you in this video is how easy it is to use the AI to create something, right? So we're going to go through and we're going to build one out live here. I'll show you how quick it can be done, right? Some other things to think about before we get into that. So once we have created your scorecard, you obviously want to capture what goes on, right? So at the end of the scorecard, you can position options. You can position next steps. You could get them to book a call. You could get them to go and download something else. You could give them videos that they can go and watch. So it gives you, like I say, opportunities to make this a really, really valuable lead magnet. And at the end, you can have their outcomes so that they're dynamic. So what I mean by that is you can change the outcomes depending on the score that they get, so that they might score low, medium or high, or you might create specific outcomes for the scorecard that you've created. And when they get to the end, you can then say, you were this outcome, or this was the score, this is what you should maybe go away and look at. How can you improve it? How can you work on that? And that adds another layer of personalization to this, because lead magnets now need to be more personal. People expect it. People expect personalization, because they're gone on the days of, like I say, just creating this lead magnet. It's an ebook and everyone's like, yeah, it's amazing. Oh my God, there's so much information out there now. People don't really care for it. Whereas if you create something that's specific to the audience you serve, and you use a tool like this to then enhance that by making it an assessment or a quiz, even more powerful, right? Some of the cool things that you can do with this as well is not only can we create those, but when we go into here, you have different templates for, say, waitlist. So one of my favorite things is to create a waitlist for something. So if you're creating a new program, you've got a new offer, you've got a new coaching service, you've got a webinar, you've got a live event, right? Build a waitlist first, create the waitlist, put that out, get people's interest. If no one's interested in it, you don't create the thing, right? So it's an easy way to test. If people are like, yeah, I really want this thing, then you know you're onto something, so you can then go away and develop whatever that thing is. But this makes it really easy, because the wait list, so say for example, if I did this one, What this looks like here, you've got obviously the questions that can be added. Now in these questions you can capture information about the thing that you're going to build, so then you can use that data to influence what you build. So not only can you get people on your waitlist because they're interested, they can help you with research to build out the program or the product. So for me it's really powerful to be able to use it for that as well, and you can then obviously use it for the quizzes side of stuff. But let me go in to show you this AI version on here first. So AI Setup Wizard, go in here, how it works. Let me just get started. So here we've got either generate new leads, qualify and convert existing leads to sales, or improve existing client results. So that's really cool because you can use this internally for your own clients. So for example, if you wanted to survey clients, you want to use this for your check-in process. You want to kind of create something that they go through once they come into your world as well, something like that. Qualify and convert existing leads. So if you've got an audience there already, like your email list, you might want to do that, or if you want to generate new leads, right? So let's go to generate new leads because that's what most of you will probably be wanting to do. And then from here, how do you want the format, the feedback the scorecard delivers? Do you want overall just one score, single outcome, or multiple scores? So I'm going to go with multiple scores to show you how we can do this, right? So now, how would you describe your business? So let's say I am an online coach, personal trainer. I help guys. Sorry, I went a bit overboard there. Let's go next. How would you describe your target audience? Fitness enthusiasts, that's this busy professionals. That's not I didn't put that in there, right? Weight loss seekers, stay-at-home parents. Let's go for weight loss seekers, right? You can obviously change that, what do you do to help your clients improve, achieve sustainable weight, improve fitness level, prevent weight-related health issues? Cool. So we can go boost metabolism, increase energy levels, enhance mental resilience for long-term weight loss success. Let's go for that one, right? Pick a concept for your scorecard. Your key to lasting weight loss: unleash your inner strength, master your mind, master your weight loss. Get more suggestions on that. These can all be changed, by the way, so don't feel you have to go with them. Mind over pounds challenge. That's quite cool. Let's go that. Now it will bring up the categories that you want to have, so you can change these. So we can go and edit every single one. We can get more suggestions. I'm going to go with motivation, habits, mindset, nutrition, exercise, because I think if we did this for coming into New Year, say for example, that's good ones to do, right? So we're going to go next. I think I missed the questions down here. So with your more categories here, so stress management, sleep quality, emotional eating, I think I'm going to keep with these, right? We'll just keep the 5 categories, right? Motivation questions. Now you can go in here and you can edit the questions you want. You can change them, you can get more questions. Do you get specific achievable goals? Yeah, I'm just going to let's add these. Add 4 of these, right? Do you constantly track your food intake? Let's just add 4 of these. Again, you can go and change these. I'm not going to go through it and make this a proper one. Cool. The final one. Okay. Right. You've got your scores. Mind over pounds challenge, 20 questions. Great. That's it. That's how simple. Create my scorecard. I don't know how long that was, maybe a minute. You could, I think the record of me creating one is like 1 minute, 6 seconds or something. There you go. That's it. That's your scorecard link already done. Now I won't put this out like this, right? Please don't do that, because when you go to it, you'll see you need to still go in here and change some stuff. So when we get into here, move that out of the way. Let's go into build. And now it's like just creating the landing page, going into that, and you can go through and edit this. So I'll show you what it looks like. Transform your mind, body, take the challenge. So this needs work, right? This needs to be changed. You need to make this yours. You need to put your stamp on it, change the copy, make this like so it's really appealing that people will come in. You can go in here and you can add sections into this, right? So we can go in here and we can put in another section underneath it. We might want to put in some testimonials in here, so we put some of those in, and we just build this out. So then we've got all the sections that we want, right? And like I say, that's your job to do that side of it. So we can create very quick. But for things like waitlist and stuff, you'll have that done super quick. But if you want to create something that's a bit more in depth, you're obviously going to have to change these elements in here. Once we've done that, let me just save it. So you can see on there. We can then get to the questions where we've already done those. So that saved us some time. So all your questions are in here, which you can go in and change and tweak, and you can adjust the questions for how you want them to be answered, because these are obviously yes, no questions, right? So you can go in and we can change how they're answered. So the answers in here could be, for example, question, drop this down, you've got multiple choice buttons, you've got checkboxes, we've got linear scale, we can do images where people can click on those. So you can do quite a lot, right? So you want to change up the question formats to keep people interested in it. 20 questions is probably a bit long. Probably want to keep it like 8 to 12 questions really. So let me just go back out of this. I'll save that. So then you can go into your questions. And then we've got your results page. So again, that's the page they're going to land on here. So when we get into this, you've got all the areas they get scored on, and then they'll get given each individual score, and then they've got like a next steps. And this is where you can obviously build on this as well. We can put a video in here if you wanted to. So if you want to click that, we can put videos. We can have like a video of you going through this specific outcome. That's the other cool thing here, right? Because when we go into the outcome on here, they have, so this is like the main outcome on it. We can also use, let me just cancel that. You can have like dynamic outcomes, so that you can have individual ones for each one, right? So when we go into here, you've got dynamic content up here, click that on, enable. Now we've got low content, medium, high content. So each of these can be changed to be individual for whatever the score is. Even more personalized, right? Even more cool. I just think that's just mega, right? The more you can personalize this stuff, the better. So then once we've done that, you can have individual videos, say, on each page if you wanted, you know, and then you've got a really amazing tool to use for lead gen, but also capturing data. To give you some idea of this, right, I'll show you some of the data that we've captured so far around some of our lead magnets over the years. So if I go into here and we pull up like this one, for example, if I go into here and we click on leads, I can then go into insights, go into answers, and I can see what has been answered for each of the questions, and we can do last 30 days. If I do all, it gives me an amazing bit of data for content. So do you currently track the number of sales coming into your business? 45% no, 55% yes. What I know from this is that 65% of people, of coaches, don't use email marketing, which just blows my mind, you know. Do you have a clear business? It's 50-50. Do you have a current marketing plan? 81% no. Okay, you see how I can then formulate my content, my message, my marketing off the back of this data. The same thing you can do with yours. If you run this and you've got the ability to drive people towards this, and you use it through your social media, organic marketing, you use it through paid traffic, like, you can capture so much data, and then this data should influence the things that you create, the offers you put out there, and the content you do as well. So it should have a big impact on that. So it's more than a lead generation tool. It gives you so much more. That's why I'm a big fan of it, right? So that's to give you a little bit of an insight on what you can gather from this. The other things to think about with this is having some kind of process for following up. So not only will you be able to get them to go through this and they get sent an email with their score and a reminder and everything, I would build out an email follow-up process that comes out afterwards as well, that then reminds them of the score that they got or whatever it is and what the next steps are. So that's really important as well. And these are the things that we help coaches do and build into their systems. And then, like I say, just having that process where you can market this and have a continual way to get people into it. That's through your content. But what better process to have when you've got something that's really cool and you know that it's so valuable to your audience, you want to talk about it then. That's the cool thing. When you have a lead magnet that's just like a bland, boring recipe book that you just think, I'm not really getting excited about this. So this makes a difference. So for me, these are really powerful tools. I just wanted to show you that as a quick insight into something that can be really beneficial for lead generation that not many coaches know about, and also is, like I say, it's more than just a lead gen tool. It gives you so much more for your business. If you want to get access to like a 30-day trial, I'll put a little code in the description so you can see it. And if you want to use that, you can get, like I say, a 30-day trial and see what it's like for yourself. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to fire them over to me, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.